Hello everyone, as promised, this theory video is going to be about why the crystal gems left Lapis in the mirror, and many other things that concern Lapis Lazuli. I'm going to dig deeper into Lapis's past and see what can be inferred through both her actions and the actions of the crystal gems. Some of the things I say may not fit into your view of Lapis or the crystal gems, so turn back now if you don't want to see either of them in a different light. And with that being said, let's begin! Lapis's character is first explored in the episode Mirror Gem, but as we know, before we saw the real Lapis, we only saw her cracked gem held captive in a mirror. Pearl tells Steven that this mirror can show anything that it has seen before, and when Pearl attempts to use it, it does not respond to her commands. It is interesting to note that Pearl states that she found the mirror at the Galaxy Warp, which we much later learn matches up to Lapis' story of where she was found. Pearl thinks that the mirror is broken, and pretty much disregards it. Steven, however, becomes friends with Lapis by interacting with her through the mirror. Lapis' sense of humor was not really seen again until Same Old World, and was a welcome return. As Steven points out, he only really ever saw her when something bad was happening, and as we know, her life has been filled with tragedy. Back to Mirror Gem, we see that with Steven's help, Lapis is able to be freed from her first prison, and when she is freed, that is when the real conflict begins. She calls out the crystal gems for their wrongdoings. The crystal gems know what HomeWorld has done in the past. They take gems and place them into objects to get information, or to use them for some other purpose. Or they do worse things like make gem shards become forced fusions. The crystal gems have never been shown as naive to what HomeWorld is capable of. It has mostly been Steven to be the one to not know these things, with the gems only telling him at the last possible moment when he really needed that information. Perhaps Steven should ask more follow-up questions. Back to the story of Lapis. It is known that Pearl found her and stored her away in her gemstone for a long time. Was Pearl scared that if freed, Lapis would be corrupted? Or perhaps the crystal gems knew the powerful abilities Lapis Lazuli's had, and they didn't know which side she was on, and if she sided with HomeWorld, then she would possibly attack them. Lapis was not even bubbled. So did the crystal gems use her while she was in the mirror? Obviously they knew what the mirror was capable of. Maybe they did not see her as much of a threat after all if they did not keep her bubbled to prevent the mirror from getting broken like it eventually did. And it seemed like Pearl had used the mirror before to see past events. Or perhaps they did not use it and had previous experience with Lapis Lazuli gems trapped in mirrors before, which would make them no better than HomeWorld, at least at one point. I do not like thinking of the crystal gems as the bad guys, but things like this are hard to ignore. This shows that things are never just black and white in this cartoon. There are just so many questions here that it would be hard to cover them all. But let's consider some different scenarios. The first one being that the crystal gems honestly didn't know about Lapis. The look of surprise on Pearl's face when they see the mirror talk to Steven says a lot. Either she did not think this gem was capable of having sentience, or she never thought something like this could happen. Perhaps Pearl thought the gem was just jewelry or decoration, if that's a thing. Or maybe even some gems are not sentient and were just created solely to be put into an object. However, either situation is hard to believe. The crystal gems are very smart and they saw that there was a gem on the other side of the mirror. Cracked or not, just giving it to Steven to play with was not a smart move, and they severely underestimated the power of that gemstone. Honestly, no matter which situation was the truth, it was a huge mistake of Pearl to give Steven the mirror, especially if the next possibility is what actually happened. What if they kept her imprisoned in the mirror for so long because they feared what she could be if released? Lapis Lazuli gems are most likely all very powerful, and with water on Earth being so plentiful, the best option is to obviously contain the problem for as long as possible. Or at the very least, they thought she was a HomeWorld gem and saw it better to keep it locked in than to let a HomeWorld supporter free. The only reason that Pearl probably let Steven use the mirror, if this was the case, is because she thought that the gem was not fully functional and would be unable to do anything besides listen to commands. However, that was definitely not the case. The last big possibility here is that the crystal gems actually knew her in the past, or at least they knew of what she was like before. Maybe they knew that she was on Blue Diamond's court, if that is true, and they saw no reason to let the enemy out. Such a powerful opponent should be kept in check. Despite her outward appearance, Lapis has the potential to be a very dangerous opponent because of what she knows about the Earth and other gems. This brings me to the next part of this video. What if there is so much more to Lapis than what she has told Steven? Like I said before in my last theory video, she's probably holding back on her past. But in that video I talked about why she may have been on Earth in the first place. Now I'm going to discuss her experiences on Earth and why she may be lying about that as well. In fact, she knows a lot more about the Earth and human culture than she reveals. She makes a point to Steven that despite being on the Earth for so long, she knew very little about it. Yet looking at the way she acts to others, this may not be the case. Let's take a look at many of these instances. During the fight in Ocean Gem, Lapis tries to drown Steven and Connie. Because she does that specifically to those two who need air to breathe, it is shown that she knows how to hurt organic beings. This goes right against her claim of never interacting with humans before. Gems are so much different than humans, it does not seem just lucky of Lapis to know how to hurt them in this way. She knew exactly how to hurt them. She also knows other human concepts such as flirting and having a unique name. To counter this, it is possible that Lapis is just very good at picking up new concepts, or at the least, much faster than Peridot can. But when all this is said and done, it still leaves the question of why Lapis would choose to not tell any of this to Steven. He is the one she trusts the most, and if she cannot tell everything to him, then she must be hiding some very dark or important secrets. Perhaps it is something about who she really used to be, which is the first question she asked the gems when she was freed from the mirror. In fact, in a panel with Rebecca Sugar in it, the creator of Steven Universe, she states that a part of Lapis Lazuli's character is emotional manipulation.
It's a story about like emotional manipulation, which ended up being a huge part of Lapis's character.
Who knows what Lapis is truly hiding? Although it is possible that she may have just been holding some information back from Steven because it brought back some bad memories. If Lapis does in fact know more about the Earth, or has a dark past, then that would change her character a lot. She is shown to be kind and funny, but she can also be really mean to those that she dislikes. Wherever the truth may be, I hope we eventually learn that there is more to Lapis than what she initially told Steven. This would make her a much more complex character, but at the same time, it may alter the way we see her. So I'd like to know, what are your thoughts on this theory? Is Lapis hiding much more than what she told Steven, or is that basically all there is to her? Is she innocent or not innocent at all? Were the crystal gems totally in the wrong for keeping Lapis in the mirror? Were they just unaware of her existence, or did they fear who she was? Hopefully the show gives us answers to these many questions in time. So that's all I have for this theory video, and I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. We just hit 50,000 of you guys, and I cannot express what this means to me and everyone else that helps me out with this channel. It wasn't that long ago when I started this channel, and I hope you can see as well as I have that it has grown quite quickly. Hopefully this series video was complex and detailed enough to match the quality I am trying to get when making these videos now. Tell me what you guys thought of it. I have a survey in the description for anyone that wants to fill it out. It will only take a few minutes to complete, and it will help me continue to increase the quality of this channel by catering to what my fans are looking for. I will leave this survey up for a month or two, so if you're watching this video after that, then it will probably be gone. I also want to once again thank all my Patreon subscribers. We have a new patron, Mary, so thank you for pledging to support my channel. To get your name here in my upcoming videos, I have a link in the description for my Patreon, so you can sign up and show your support. One last thing I wanted to say is that I'm going to be making some more videos on my other channel, Cartoon Universe Gaming Plus More, soon. I included the plus more in my channel title because it is going to be a lot more random and stranger than this channel, and it won't just be gaming. I've thought of so much I want to do, but it wouldn't fit in with this channel as much, so I think I want to put all the extra videos there. The videos will vary from gaming to random cartoon stuff to maybe even vlogs or reviews on other things. So subscribe there to see those videos as soon as I upload them. The logo is a cookie cat with a blue background, which is totally different from this channel's logo of a cookie cat with a pink background. Thank you for watching.